Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I have 3 Dollar Tree crafts for you for spring. These are crafts that are super affordable, super easy. You can do it with your children or you can do it with yourself, but I think it's just a great way to get that farmhouse vintage flair for the spring, and it's using items that I either have in my house floating around, but most of the items are from the Dollar Tree. So let's go ahead and get started and see how I did these crafts, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos from me. And let me know in the comments if you love these Dollar Tree DIYs, because I'll continue to do them as much as possible as long as there's an interest. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, here is what you need for this DIY vintage vase. You'll need a vase from the Dollar Tree, a brush from the Dollar Tree, Mod Podge, fabric, and this fabric is leftover fabric I've had in my house for some time. You'll need a ruler to measure your vase, so you know how much fabric to cut. I take a pen and basically draw a line, and a pair of scissors to cut out the fabric to fit around the vase. You're going to take your Mod Podge, give it a good shake, and put it in a tray. I do have a large bin of Mod Podge, but you can get smaller bottles at the Dollar Tree. I've seen them several times for just $1. You're going to brush the Mod Podge onto the Dollar Tree vase, just like so, and smooth it all over. You won't be putting the fabric on the bottom, so I don't even bother with that. You're going to take your fabric and line it on the vase and smooth it all the way around, making sure there's no bends or bubbles or ripples of any sort. Then you're going to take the Mod Podge and put it right over the fabric just to kind of seal it onto the vase. I do take a pair of scissors to kind of trim off any excess fabric that might have happened on the vase. And then I also let this sit overnight for 24 hours to dry. You can decorate this with additional ribbon and twine or buttons, but you simply just place a candle inside it and you enjoy this beautiful farmhouse vintage inspired candle holder. I think this came out really pretty, and with the candle inside, it kind of gives this nice glow to the vase that just makes it perfect for spring. Next, we're moving on to a DIY farmhouse wreath. So for this wreath, you want to pick out different flowers from the Dollar Tree along with this Raphael ribbon and a Dollar Tree wreath. You're simply going to take your flowers and clip them and shorten them or lengthen them to the length that you desire, and you're going to feed them through the wreath. I did have a few little extra eucalyptus stems, so I did use that, and that's not from the Dollar Tree, but the little white flowers are from the Dollar Tree. And you can find tons of greenery there and flowers at really affordable rates. Of course, only $1 for a bunch. So just keep your eyes peeled every time you go in there because they always change. I do hot glue this in place. They have 2 different color wreaths at the Dollar Tree. They have a lighter one and then they have this darker wood, and I went with the darker wood because it gave just a little different vibe for the spring. Next, you're going to take the ribbon and cut it to your desired length. I usually do this about 5 to 6 inches, and then you go ahead and hot glue this right in place so it doesn't slide. I'm super happy and pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks gorgeous, and a wreath like this at any store would be $20 or more, I feel. So let me know if you do this farmhouse inspired spring wreath. Next, we're moving on to this DIY Monogram vintage frames. You're going to need a Dollar Tree frame and buttons, a piece of cardstock, white chalk paint, scissors, pencil, hot glue gun, and your initial that you choose to make inside of this picture frame. The first thing you're going to do is pop the frame out and use it as a template to cut the cardstock out. And this cardstock I did have at home, but I know they have cardstock at the Dollar Tree. I printed the letter V on the webpage so I could draw it out with a pencil onto the cardstock. Kind of used it as a template so I can eyeball it. The pencil did not work, so I went ahead and used a pen and drew that out onto the cardstock, and as you can see, it worked much better. Now you're going to lightly sand your frame if you choose. You do not have to do this. They have frames in various colors, shapes, and sizes. I found a wood frame, so I did sand it down a little bit because it was quite shiny, because I want to use the chalk paint on it and then give it that little farmhouse vintage flair. So this is just an additional step. You can choose to do this if you choose. You're going to take a wet paper towel and lightly wipe the extra sand granules off of the frame. Then if you choose to use the chalk paint, and I had this in my home, a little goes a long way, and I basically painted the frame and gave it about 2 coats of the chalk paint and painted the whole entire frame with it. I forgot to mention, you want to make sure that you have your surface covered, and I'm basically using an old paper bag to cover my surface because you don't want to get any paint on any of your surfaces. While your frame is drying, you're going to take your buttons and you're going to line the perimeter of your initial that you decided to put on your cardstock. So basically, I'm lining my buttons up, deciding where I want my buttons to go, and I have buttons in various shades of white, so I'm kind of figuring out if it's too much white or beige on one end. You're going to take the hot glue gun and glue them down when you've decided how you want it to look. Once you're done gluing down all the buttons, you're going to take the glass insert and clean it with glass cleaner. Now you're going to lightly sand your wood frame that you painted with chalk paint to get the desired look that you're craving. Now spray a sealant on it if you choose. That's completely optional. last but not least, go ahead and put the whole entire frame together. And I think this came out super cute. I think it has a vintage and a farmhouse flair all rolled up into one.
I hope you enjoyed the 3 crafts that I put together for you, and let me know if you make those. Tag them on Instagram, and make sure you tag me at My Whole Lot of Love, and I will be looking for those, and hopefully you can bring a little bit of spring into your home this season, making affordable crafts. Hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you soon.